Hello, hello. Long time no see, everyone, out here in Rullo land. This is Rosa Román. If you are new here, you don't know who I am. I'm basically a friend of Jason's who hosts little live streams with him whenever he is on the road, whenever we can pull it off. So I am going to introduce you to the very person we are talking about. There he is. Hey, Jason.
Hi, Rosa. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, it has been quite a while since we've done one of these live streams. I was trying to think of when the last time we did this was. It may have been like uh, many months ago, right? When was it?
Yeah, I
When were
think it
you on
was
that big
probably the end
world
of the
tour?
U.S. tour. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think we got to do it
that's
when
right.
I
It
went to
was the
South
US
America
tour.
last year. So yeah, it's been a
We
minute.
did not. We didn't. Awesome. Well, hello. And in case somebody was just born yesterday and doesn't know, maybe you could introduce yourself and why we are even talking to you.
Sure, I'm Jason Rullo from Symphony X. I like to play the drums. I'm lucky enough to play the drums in that band, and occasionally we'll get on here and kind of talk about what we're about to do, what the band's up to, how the tour is going, and all that kind of stuff. Giving little updates and little insider information.
Which, let's see if I can work this screen. I have a new computer. So I have a new computer, so you guys can all expect it to be a little wonky. Please forgive me for that. But yeah, so Jason is he's the drummer for the band Symphony X. You go on tour quite a bit, although before the U.S. tour, it was kind of quiet for a long time, and then everything ramped up really quickly after COVID. How has that been for you? Because it was like you had a whole bunch of things planned, and then everything stopped, and then you all had to kind of ramp up and get ready to go on a very vigorous tour of I don't even remember how many sites you went to, but it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we were all chomping at the bit at that point after COVID and everything, just to get back at it. So it was really just great to be on the road, great to see fans again, and great to be playing our music for people. And the reaction was really amazing because of that as well. I know everybody was tired of being pent up in their homes and all that kind of stuff. So people were really happy to be at the shows, and the shows were packed, and it was just, it was really, really an excellent experience overall. It was, we're not a new band by any means, right? So as the years pass and stuff, and especially when something like the pandemic happens and a couple years go by, I think people were kind of anxious to see how we still sounded, and we were certainly anxious to kind of get out and prove that we are still at the top of our game. And so that was really fun, and it was very successful, and all really worked out well. And it's weird. Everything's still so weird with travel and everything. It's hasn't all gone away yet. It's certainly much better, and I feel like there's really no place that we wouldn't at least attempt to go now. At least, hopefully, but things are still a little weird, and so we're just kind of riding the wave. We're trying to work on a new record, and we really just have this. We have a huge show in Brazil that we're doing this weekend, and then we have I think 3 festivals in June, and that's really it for the year for our live shows. And we're going to focus on doing the new record, and then next year our plan is to be very busy touring, hopefully. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we'll get into the Brazil in a minute, but I wanted to kind of talk about because you mentioned how it was challenging. Travel is still not easy, and I know the South American trip brought some unexpected challenges. I don't know if you're willing to share any of that, or if you just want to mention how challenging it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because fans see the band on stage and they think, oh, here's this band, okay, and they just kind of magically appear and disappear, and you don't think too much about it, most likely. But what a lot of bands go through now just to get to the gig, especially when you're going to South America, is really kind of unbelievable. The last trip we had, we just had the Murphy's Law of every single flight that could be canceled was canceled. And we had to fly. I think we had about 12 or 15 flights in about 10 days or something initially planned. And I mean, literally, I think one flight was on time. out of that whole entire time. So we basically lived in airports for 2 weeks, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, So you just try to summon your energy for the gig and give the fans all you have, and try to still be, at the top of your game in that moment. But it gets a lot more challenging when you're losing nights of sleep and stuff like that
Mm.
because you're in an airport and your flight's delayed, and it just goes on and on. I mean, people wouldn't even believe it if I told the whole story of all the stuff that
No.
happens every day.
Y-
It's
y-
pretty amazing, really.
Yeah, I know you go through so much. And I think that the thing that I never really thought about until we started doing these lives, because I am not a drummer, I'm not into, like I don't know what it takes. But now that I understand that, it's a really physical job. What you do as a drummer, you're a very physical drummer. And so like you need your rest, you need to take care of your body. And that kind of travel is probably very hard on all of you guys.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So you're trying to get rest before you even
Yeah.
leave for the trip, so okay, I'm going to need some extra sleep before I even get on this trip, so that I'm kind of have some in the bank. And then just trying to drink a ton of water, stay hydrated while I'm out there, and yeah, really just eat the best food that I can find. That kind of stuff goes a long way. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're definitely a foodie. I wanted to share with you because we have a lot of people in the house checking in from YouTube. So I thought I would share some of our the comments that we are getting in. We have Bury Me Band saying, "Hi, they're back!" So that's very exciting. And I can't share this one because I can't actually speak Portuguese. So if it was in Spanish, I could tell you what it says. So I can't show that, but here's a
No falo
comment saying, "Hope
português.
you have a great show." Oh, yep, yeah. If I probably should translate it. I think it's just saying they're very excited that you're in, you're coming. Let's see. This person is hoping. Valerio Manca says there, yeah, Jason, hope to see you soon in Italy with our friend Gianluca from De La Muerte.
Hey,
Um,
Gianluca,
there's
yes.
another yeah, from Valerio. And then Nicholas Sanchez says, lucky Brazilians. I was
Mm,
hoping you would schedule a show in Chile. So yeah, let's talk about those lucky Brazilians.
all right.
What is this show? It's actually you're just going for this one show, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it's a big show. It's in a soccer stadium. The headliners are Kiss, Scorpions, and Deep Purple. Halloween's playing, some other bands, but yeah, so it's a fun, big bill, big show, and I would imagine it's going to be our biggest show. We've done a couple festivals in Brazil, but I'm kind of thinking this may be the biggest one um, that we've done to date. So yeah, we're pretty excited, and we've never played with Kiss, and I don't think we've played with the Scorpions or Deep Purple either. So fun bands to check off the list that we'll have the privilege to open for, and probably get some new fans because it's a little bit different than our style of music, right? So while I know we will have
Right.
our base of amazing Brazilian fans who really are some of the best on the planet, um, we'll definitely have a chance to get some new fans. So yeah, it's really exciting, and I mean, just the energy. I mean, any of the South American shows, I'd say Brazil, Chile, um, probably there in Italy. I think they probably have the most intense fans, and I don't want to insult anyone else because we're so blessed, and everywhere we go, the
No,
fans
they're
are
all so
truly
great.
amazing. Yeah, but I mean, some places you're just like, wow, these people are over the top, and it's just amazing. So all those shows down there are always so fun and everything. So yeah, this should be a special one. I'm gonna video it as much as I can and just enjoy it. I mean, we only have a 45-minute set, which I think what most bands have, and so it's just kind of funny we're doing all this. It's about a week of prep and all the flying and everything that goes into it for 45 minutes, but it'll all be worth it, I'm sure.
For sure. So I'm looking at some more of the comments, and um, the comment you get all the time was another one that Nicolas said, "Are you guys releasing a new record soon?" You actually referred to that you are working on that. Do you have any more details you want to share, or is that something you'll share
Not
in another
too
future live stream?
Yeah, no, I mean, just, we do have a lot of music written. We're still working on the concept and working on lyrics and stuff like that. And so, as far as the songs coming together, that's just kind of starting to happen. Michael has a ton of material, and it's just a matter of us kind of deciding, narrowing the direction and deciding what we're actually doing here. So, we are diligently working on it and excited to get it out. I'm sure it won't be out until probably, end of the year or beginning of next year. But it's been a long time coming, and longer than I thought when I kind of revisited when the last record came out. So I was like, wow, yeah, we better get on the ball here, right? So, but these things take time, and it's the nature of the beast, and
Yeah.
the world's crazy right now, and everyone has a lot of things going on in their life. So, as focused as we are with Symphony X, there's still, you know, a lot of things going on. So yeah, we're chipping away, and
Mm.
we plan to. I'm hopefully going to be tracking drum tracks here in a couple months. So yeah, we're excited
Yeah, I
for it. And
wanted to talk to you a little bit about y sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about because I'm sure the people who are listening wanna know more about it in the meanwhile, while they're waiting for your concert to come to their city and while they're waiting for the record or album to come out, um, they can actually access you now. You're actually creating content for people who are interested in drumming, who are interested in learning more about you. So I'm going to throw that up there if they want to check out your website. You have your own website, um, and you put a lot of interesting things on there. Maybe can you tell us a little bit about what you have going on in some of the just the drumming and the teaching, and what do you have going on?
Sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to get my teaching out there a little bit more and make it more accessible for people. Um, Eventually, my website's gonna have all kinds of stuff. Like I'm gonna start putting my pictures up because I do photography as a hobby as well. I'm gonna have a little section for that. I'm gonna get some of my food stuff going up there, but mainly right now, of course, it's mostly drums. I have a beginner course that I put up there, and when I get home, I'll be filming a bunch of instructional content for intermediate and advanced courses and all kinds of stuff. So I kind of started doing that full throttle, and then I got a little distracted because I'm also starting another food business with a new food truck and some other things going on with that. So I've been kind of very busy lately, but I have a ton of video that I still need to edit. I have more playthroughs that I'm going to put up. I actually have 3 more playthroughs that are already recorded that I just need to kind of edit and decide when I start putting that up. So I do plan on putting a bunch more content up on YouTube as well, but a lot of stuff will be on the site, and then my site will have you can contact me for lessons directly and things like that. And yeah, just kind of have a place to bring it
Yeah.
all together. That's one of the challenges with all these different, media outlets. So I'm kind of focusing my stuff on my site and on YouTube for the most part. That's the plan.
Well, and for me, it's one of the fun things is I get to be a part of the journey because I facilitate these calls, and that's kind of my area. So I'm excited to share with your fans about your other side of your adventure, creating a food truck and really getting the other passion of yours out there. But we'll be sure to share that with everybody. You have so many comments coming in. I know I don't know what your timing is. I know you probably have to run. Your calling us from your hotel room. Where are you, by the way? I didn't even ask you.
I'm in Hazlitt, New Jersey, just about a couple miles from our rehearsal room, a couple miles from Romeo's house and stuff. So yeah, I have rehearsal in a little while. I've got about another 10 minutes or so I can hang before I'll get
Okay, well, I have a
on.
few more questions. Are you willing to take them?
Sure. Yeah.
Can you take a few more questions? Okay. So just a few comments like Darudo, I think, said, wants to know if you're going to Argentina soon. Um, you don't,
Man, I
like you
hope
said, you
so.
don't have any plans for any other South America this year that you know of,
Yeah, we
right?
don't. I'm sure we'll be back on a South American tour, hopefully next year, I would imagine. And we skipped Argentina this time because of something, I don't know, something was going on with government there. It was something funky. So there was some sort of
Mm.
kind of political reason, really, that we didn't go there. So I really hope we get back there because talk about great fans, really amazing, amazing fans there as well. And so yeah, we missed not being able to go there this time, and so hopefully, yeah, I really hope we
Yeah.
can get back there.
So I just was kind of cycling through a few of the cool comments, Symphony X with hearts and love you guys, from Mahmoud El Arch. And then Tony Hodge says, how much physical preparation do you require for a tour? Do you lose anything during tours? And I think he corrected himself and said, oops, I mean, do you lose strength between tours by not playing as much? Um,
Yeah,
so yeah,
I have
just
to stay in shape, you know.
how,
If
oh shoot.
then obviously I have
I'm
more
sorry,
practice.
Jason. Can you, ca- Jason, can you start that again? I accidentally kicked the wrong button.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, there's a good deal required to stay in shape for this gig, of course. You know, if I'm home too long, and sometimes if I start getting lazy, like this past winter, we had 5 really cold months in New Mexico, which is not normal. Normally, I'm out mountain biking all the time and doing other things to stay in shape and stay strong, besides just practicing. But this winter has been really tough with the cold. So honestly, about 3 months ago, I kind of was like, yeah, you know what? I better start getting in shape now for even though it's like one show. Um, yeah, you know, so you have to stay up on it. And it depends again, if I'm off for like a year, it's obviously a little harder to kind of, you know, but if I'm riding a lot and everything, then it's easier. Lately, I've just been practicing a lot and staying up on my chops and stuff because I'm working on instructional stuff and I'm going to do another trio record here eventually too. And I'm just trying to stay up on my stuff and I'm still trying to get better, to be honest. So as long as I don't get lazy, I'm good. Um, the only thing I lose on tour is about
You're the
5
most
pounds.
unlazy person, so you are not
Yeah, you
lazy,
know me.
that's for sure.
I'm always moving, always doing something. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, it's a challenge, but
S
I,
S
go ahead.
sorry, we have a delay, so it's making it awkward. That's my
Yeah.
bad. Um, Esmael Marquez says, "Qual cidades pelo Brazil?" So I'm sorry the pronunciation, but I'm assuming he's asking which city
Which city?
in
Yeah.
Brazil, right?
Yes, we are playing in Sao Paulo,
Okay.
and I'm not sure the
Um,
exact stadium, but I know it's a soccer stadium in Sao Paulo.
and you said it can hold up to 30,000 people.
30,000 from what I hear. Yeah. So
Wow. All
should be
right.
fun.
So Mahmoud El Arch says, one of your biggest fans here from Morocco. I would love to see you guys here someday. I remember you did Tunisia a while back, the only concert you did in North Africa. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yeah, that was an amazing experience. You know, we started. I'll tell everybody we've been kind of messing around with the idea of doing a podcast, right? So we started doing some of that stuff, and that was the story I told about Tunisia, about that whole first American band to play there since the democracy and all that stuff. So we'll have to tune into the
All right.
podcast, I guess, for that story.
Since
But yeah, I mean, I would love to get
since
back to
you
that
brought it
area,
up, yeah,
right?
since you brought it
Yeah.
up, now I need your fans to pressure you to launch that because he's already got some recorded. He
Mhm.
shared some of the stories from the road, and I think you all would love it. So yeah, put a comment in here on the YouTube channel, or you can even check out Jason on Patreon, or just go to his, of course, website. But he also has a Patreon page where you can actually support his work,
Oh, not anymore.
and he'll be sure to have links in. Oh, not anymore. You got rid of it?
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
doing that anymore.
gosh, what kind of reporter am I?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
So scratch that. Just go to jasonrullo.com. But for
Yeah.
real, like if you guys want to hear his podcast, yeah, put a comment in here. And what would you like to hear him talk about? Because obviously he's a very multi-talented person and he's got some great stories. So I think we need to put a little positive peer pressure on to get that launched. Okay, a few more things. How are we on time? You got to run or?
I still got like a minute. Yeah, I got a
Okay,
couple minutes.
so Nicholas, who we heard from earlier, said, "Can you please say hi to my 15-year-old son, Agustin, who is learning to play drums? We love your work so much." So, Agustin, you want to say a
Nice.
shout out to him?
Sure. Hi, Augustine. Smash those skins, man. That's what I like to hear. New drummers in the world, young drummers. It's good stuff. Thank you for listening, and I really appreciate you, and best of luck to you.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All these comments we're going to have to answer off air. I know Jason actually will get in there in the YouTube channel and respond to these comments when he gets a minute. Right now, he's a little bit focused on the tour. But yeah, anything else you want to add before we let you go?
No, just, thanks again to all the fans for the support and all the really great comments. I started posting a bunch of video a couple weeks ago, and the comments were really so great. And I just want you to know that I do read them. And when you're getting my response, it is really from me. And I really appreciate that. And there's a lot more to come. And yeah, just thank you. Really some really nice things being said there. And it's very appreciated. And yeah, we'll just constantly keep trying to do our best for you guys, and working on new music and all that stuff. And yeah, just thank you, everybody.
Well, and I have to say, I've interviewed a lot of people in my career, but I don't think I've seen any with the fan base that you have. They are genuine, sincere, kind, fun, playful, all those things. And I'm really grateful that I get to be a part of your journey and share your story with them. So shout out to all of your fans, and we'll try to do another one. We were trying to see if we could do one from Brazil, but that's all up to whether the internet works or not. So
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
we will talk to you soon.
thank
Thanks for
you.
taking the time out of your day, Jason.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Everyone have a good day.
Bye-bye. All right. You heard it here. Pressure Jason to launch that podcast. He's awesome. And thanks for watching, and check out, again, I'll give you the banner one more time. It's pretty easy, jasonrullo.com. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.